Hey, you.
Where's my apple juice?
Where is it? Go get it. What's up, y'all? It's CJ Moto. I was just getting the Nitro Truggy ready and dusting off the electric Truggy. One thing I noticed is that when you start to run Nitro, your electric car stays mint because you only really run it during races. Everything else you seem to practice with the Nitro. But anyhow, that's just what I'm noticing with myself, at least. I'm really enjoying the Nitro. But when I put the electric Truggy on the track, it's still awesome. But let's just do some, I got a little bit of information that I've been learning about the clutch. And then I also got another cool thing. I took the AKA tire band. Let me show you something real quick because I've been having a hell of a time finding throttle return bands that don't break on me after like just sitting on there by themselves. So yeah, what I did was I took a AKA tire band, like one of the tire bands for mounting them for AKA, and I cut like a 1/4 inch strip and then I doubled it up and I actually used that for the throttle return, and it seems really good. And you want to make sure that it actually works. So you watch. Open it up, it actually pulls it shut. It takes a fair amount of pressure to actually get that sucker to pull shut, especially with the MKS servo. But yeah, just a cool little trick. It seems like it's definitely going to hold up. I don't think it'll pop that ball end off or anything. But anyhow, time will tell how that works. I'll figure it out in practice. But let's see here. It's looking good. And then there's the electric. So yeah, we're going to be heading out to Flowwood right after work tomorrow for the Legends race. They're having a plaque race. I'm going to go out there and smoke a little bump. Anyhow, let's check out this clutch maintenance real quick. So basically, I'm just taking this Dremel, and I got that type of bit on it. And after I take the clutch shoes off my Tekno clutch, I just go on these corners, like the edges right here, you're going to get like some, basically, it's going to wear and stick out. I already cleaned them up, but it's going to stick out. And what'll happen is it'll hang up. You can see right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of like wear right there on the flywheel. So what happens is the clutch hangs up right there because the way the aluminum wears, it actually mushrooms out and starts hanging. So you want to take this off and you want to chamfer all the edges, and then underneath here on the backside it's gonna curl over there as well. You want to take that off, and you can take these down to where they go pretty dang far. From what I was told, you can take them almost to where they touch that little chamfer area there, that little recess. Now, I don't know for sure, I'm still learning, but a lot of guys change these out way too often in my opinion, and they're $30 for a set of 4 of them. So, you know, try to make these things last. Just take that Dremel and clean up all the edges, chamfer them on this edge and this edge, put a little angle here, and then try to take your .co across here, or your Dremel across this flat edge on the end. Try to make that as straight as possible, and then flip them over. And then if you're running 2 separate types of springs, like the medium and the hard springs, you can actually switch the springs from the shoes. The shoes that have the lighter springs on them are going to engage first and take the brunt of the abuse, so they're going to wear out quicker. So switch the lighter springs to the shoes that had the heavier springs and vice versa. So just a little tip there for clutch maintenance. Definitely stay on top of that. Basically every, you know, hour and a half on the track, take them off and clean them up, and they should last you a lot longer. You can even take that file and gently touch this area up. And then also take the file and hit the inside of your clutch bell to get any of the extra aluminum that's sticking and hanging up in the clutch bell off of there, so everything hits even. Anyhow, CJ Moto out. Y'all have a good night. Alright, one more little piece of advice. These threads right here, make sure you put a drop of thread lock on there, because this crank, when you reassemble the motor, all that holds this piston in here and the connecting rod onto the crankshaft is this back plate. If this nut right here is not tight completely and pulling that way as hard as it can, and this nut comes loose while you're running, you can actually have your rod for your piston smack into this back plate. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out there that that's not a good thing. So crank this sucker down right here like your life depends on it. But not too hard because you don't want to break anything. One more little piece of advice: when you tighten these little screws down, just barely snug them up. Don't over tighten these because you do not want them to strip out.
You ever had a dream that you could don't, you could don't, you want to don't, you could